All right, we're here at AfroTech, and I am the Danielle J. Gentlemen, please introduce yourselves to my audience.
I'm Ryan Wilson. I'm CEO of the Gathering Spot.
TK Peterson, CFO and co-founder of the Gathering Spot.
I absolutely love the Gathering Spot. I was just there for Black LA Tech Week. That was my first time ever being in the space in Los Angeles.
Thank you.
Love that you chose West Adams. It's historically black, but it's also just a really great location overall for like all the things that are happening in the city. Why is community so important in this industry that you're in?
I mean, especially right now, we have to have places where we see, know, can learn from one another, build relationships. Everything about what we care about is being contested in some way, shape, or form right now. So to combat that, we've got to be able to know each other. So we've been doing this for 10 years, but the work is as important as it's ever been right now. We're locked in.
Did you want to add to that?
No, I just think it's essential. We're all part and parcel of community, whether or not we like it. Like they say, no man is an island. I truly believe that. So you need people that you can pour into and people who can pour into you. And sometimes those tables turn depending on time and space. So you have to put yourselves in environments where you can be connected to others because with the technology we have, we can feel more connected than ever before. But the studies show us, and most people let us know, this is the loneliest generation that's ever existed.
Absolutely. And I've noticed that you're in Los Angeles, Atlanta, and DC. As someone who frequents two of those three places, I've noticed that these are places where community is even harder to build. So, what are some of the challenges that you've had in being in these cities? I'll start here.
I mean, the challenges are always the same in each market. First, you have to present yourself authentically in those markets so you can get those leaders and the people who are movers and shakers in those communities. And Ryan always says that we're not coming to add the Gathering Spot into a community. We're trying to grow the Gathering Spot inside of a community based on the people who are there.
Absolutely. Anything you want to add?
No, I mean, he said it all here. I mean, our work is pretty simple at the end of the day. We've got to build meaningful relationships, ask one another how we're doing, and then how we can help. We do those things. A lot of great things we found happen after that.
What would be some of the most base level advice that you would give someone that's trying to build community or wants to prioritize community going into the new year?
Do not overcomplicate it. Again, ask folks how they're doing, actually listen to the answer to that question, and then genuinely ask them how you can be helpful. Every single relationship that I've seen that is successful starts where people have that spirit, where they're not just trading business cards and they're not there just to try to figure out how to make the most money, but they genuinely are interested in building something together. If you feel like you don't know people, ask how you can help the folks that are immediately around you, and you'll find a lot of times that they have an answer to that question.
I would say the big thing is to not be afraid, like they say, to look cringe. Don't be afraid to reach out first. Don't be afraid to double text. If you communicate with three people, more than likely one of them will communicate back with you. And I think a lot of times when you think of networking, it's like you're trying to get an outcome, and we're humans. Like you should just be trying to build a relationship so that the third time I see this person, they remember who I am.
What has been one of the biggest realizations in growing the Gathering Spot? Because it's interesting enough that you say we don't want to go to cities and just kind of like be there and be like a spot in a spot. It's like we want to grow in the space. So what has been like one of the biggest findings that you've had so far in the way that you're going about this?
I'm really grateful that we had a big vision from the beginning, and we've been able to really spend most of our time working backwards instead of being unsure about what direction we were headed in. Like we started with the big picture, and now it's just about execution. I know that sounds simple, but so many people really try to do it the other way, and that's hard. That's a hard path if you don't know where you're headed. So we've been really focused on. I mean, this has been 10 years for us. We've been laser focused on the same mission for that entire time.
I would say for me, it is how different the liquor licensing law is in every market. It is impressive, the regulations and hurdles that you have to go through, and you have to respect the process in each market. And funny enough, that's something that I enjoy in the process. Trying to figure out how to. That's part of showing up authentically in a place. It's not just about meeting the people. It's about understanding the rules and regulations by which you have to operate within.
Absolutely. So it was really, really impressive that you're 10 years old, because a lot of things have happened in 10 years that would deter a business model like yours, what would be a piece of advice that you would give someone about resilience and overcoming adversity as someone who's trying to build a business?
You can't treat the work that you're doing as random, right? We understand that this is our assignment, and so we try to be good stewards of that assignment every single day. If you're relating to your work as just this thing that just happens to be what you're spending your time on, that a lot of times is not the best posture to have if you're going to make it over any significant period of time. You've got to know that this work is yours for a reason, and then wake up every single day grateful that you have the opportunity to have that opportunity. But don't let anybody let you, or don't let anybody tell you, and do not feel yourself like the work is just some thing that's going on.
I said the number one thing is you just gotta stay alive.
Yeah.
That's the top thing. Can you make it one more day? And you keep adding the days, and you look up, and a decade might go by,
Yeah.
and then hopefully a few more decades.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to leave people with, like just advice or anything that you want to promote or anything that comes top of mind being in a space like AfroTech and speaking to people who may be transitioning into the type of work that you all are doing, or someone who might be a little bit more tenured and just needs a little bit of a push?
I mean, I'll end where we started, right? Community is as important as it's ever been. So deeply invest in being in real relationships with people. We have to protect institutions like this. I'm biased, but we have to protect things like the Gathering Spot. Assembling like this is not something that we can take for granted, right? So if you are at the beginning of your journey, in the middle, or feel like you're at the end of it, I don't care where you are, you're going to need to be in meaningful relationship with people. And we, again, have to be intentional about that. We can't just assume that it's going to happen. It's not. These moments that we're having with one another are really important.